All right, DJ Crypto coming at you today with an important video on how to keep you safe while you're investing in the cryptocurrency world. So today I had a really good learning experience. I didn't personally lose any money, but I saw a lot of people who did. There are so many individuals out there taking advantage of other people because of the excitement in the cryptocurrency market. And so I want to give you some ideas and some information on how to detect, how to spot, and then most importantly, how to avoid being involved in a scam or some sort of misleading information that will take your money. So first of all, we're going to start with some of the most common ones. The ones that I ran across first and foremost are websites. Websites that are posing as legitimate sites for ICOs or initial coin offerings, or even just websites saying they're going to invest your money into Bitcoin or into the cryptocurrency market. And so there's been a few websites that I've run across and some of my friends have run across where they say, hey, look, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a guaranteed return on your money. You just send us your currency here, we'll invest it, and it'll earn you this much over time, and you'll make a killing. And it sounds good, their website looks legitimate, you send them the funds, and then you never hear from them again. And so I've seen a few of these out there. One way that you can protect yourself or do your best to see if you can identify whether this is legitimate or whether it's a scam is to run a simple Google search on it. So type it into Google, run a search on the company's name, and the top few hits, the top few results in that search are going to tell you pretty closely whether or not something's a scam. You'll get a lot of people saying, hey, avoid this, it's got a terrible rating. If anything looks fishy, I would say avoid it. There's way too many legitimate investing techniques to make you a lot of money to worry about something that sounds too good to be true. So that's my second one. Something that sounds too good to be true. Already cryptocurrency almost fits that mold, right? Because the interest and the gains are so high. But something that just sounds too good to be true. For example, if you're looking at investing in an ICO and someone, and you're going to get 100 coins for every Ethereum you put in there, and then you get an email or a message or some sort of link that says, by the way, we screwed up, we've got more coins than we thought, you can get 300 coins for every Ethereum you put in here. Send it to this address. It sounds too good to be true. It probably is. I would definitely encourage you to try to contact administrators of that ICO, Google it, do everything you can before you ever send any money to that. Rarely is an ICO going to do that because they know that that's a scam technique. So that leads into this to my next point here. Emails and applications. So it's a very common scam technique right now for individuals to send out emails posing as legitimate companies or legitimate individuals. And so they'll have a tag on their email that has a director on it, or they're even getting sneaky to where they will give you a hyperlink in your email that is a legitimate web address, like myetherwallet.com. But then it will actually redirect you to a different website that is not the legitimate one, but it looks similar. And so even because you click in the one that looks right, and it makes you feel comfortable that you're going to a legitimate site. So anything you get in your email, I won't say never, but unless you've prompted contact from a site or a company about an Ethereum address or some way of investing, a company would be silly to send you an email with an address to send money to. That's just not something these legitimate companies do. So if you get an email saying, hey, your Ethereum needs to be have this and this done to it, please send money to here, or do this and this, and we'll make sure to help you. Avoid any emails that ask you to send money to them unless you've specifically prompted it through a legitimate website. So like if you're investing in an ICO and then they say, we'll send you an email with instructions, and then you get an email, that more than likely is legitimate. But just be careful with any emails you get. If it sounds too good to be true, avoid it. It's better to keep your money than send it in hoping for a gain and lose it all. All right, so next, anything that asks for your private key. So your private key or your key store file. Both of those things are yours and yours alone. Those aren't distributed to anyone. No one else has access to those. But if someone gets access to a private key or a key store file, they have full access to your account. Full access. They can send money anywhere they want. And so I've seen some scam ICOs and some individuals who send this in text messages or emails or even applications like Slack or a Telegram or Facebook Messenger, where they'll send you a message saying, "Great, you've done this awesome thing. You want to participate in this ICO. Make sure you provide your private address as well so that we can verify the account." You never provide your private address to anyone. There are very few exceptions to that rule. One of them is myetherwallet.com. If you go to myetherwallet.com, you can access and send money with your from your Ethereum addresses with your private key or your key store file. So only if you are using that information to access your wallets and move your money would you ever use that. And very few sites, MyEtherWallet would be one of the only sites that I would provide that information to. Other than that, never give that information out. That is information that can give access to your account. All right, and then lastly, which is what I experienced a lot of today, is I was getting involved in trying to invest in an ICO, and oh my gosh, on this app there were the directors and administrators and founders of the coin were communicating with people and trying to help them with their problems. And then you had people making fake admin accounts on Slack, sending direct messages to people saying, "Hey, I want to help you with your problem. Send your Ethereum to invest in our company to this new address, and I'll make sure it works out for you." And then people were sending their money to these addresses from these fraudulent individuals. And so never send your money to an Ethereum address provided on an application. If it's important enough and if they have the authority to provide that information to you, they can contact you through an official email address or through their have you access their website to get a new Ethereum just to send the money to. Avoid sending money to anyone who asks for you to send money to a random Ethereum address that they just posted. And this goes for any kind of address, whether it's Bitcoin or Litecoin. Ethereum is just the most common for investing in an ICO right now. So those are the examples of scams or fraudulent activity that I've seen so far. I'm sure they're going to come up with new ones that are impressive, and just be careful. There's a lot of money to be made here. It's an exciting market and something awesome to be involved in. If you're careful and you're aware of these pitfalls, you can avoid them altogether. If something seems too good to be true and it looks illegitimate, don't get involved in it, no matter how tempting it is. The first reaction, I have this emotion happen today. I got the email that said, "Hey, you can get more coins if you do now." We ended up with some extra tokens at the end of the ICO, and I was so close to clicking that button, and I said, "No, that doesn't sound right." But it was so tempting because I wanted to get involved and get a bonus and get extra of something that I knew was going to be a good investment. And so if you get that kind of emotional reaction, I would encourage you not to react or act on those emotional instincts. 9 times out of 10, the emotional decisions, not the logical decisions, are going to get you in trouble. And so if you have an emotional reaction to something that gets you too excited, I would say back off, think it through, and then if you can logically rationalize it, then take action. But do not take action in the moment. I think that's good advice, and I think it will really help you. It's benefited me lately. All right, thank you so much. Please post your comments below if you've identified or found any other fraudulent or scam kind of tactics or activity out there, so that the rest of our viewers can get a better idea of how to keep themselves safe while being involved in this exciting market. All right, thanks so much. Until next time, DJ Crypto out.